quark is a fundamental constituent of matter, observed in 1968 through deep elastic scatter. We found that protons aren't as simple as we thought. We thought they were solid particles, but they are not. Protons, in fact, are made up of 3 separate pieces. It just gets more confusing as our knowledge increases, but that is what a quark is. It's a piece of a proton, and they also make up other things, including a neutron. Oh, up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and bosons, unless something's amiss, they make up everything that we can see and that we know exists. Things made up of quarks, including protons and neutrons, are composite particles that physicists call hadrons. Many types of hadrons are theoretically described, but most exist for only very brief amounts of time. Quarks have electric charge, color, charge, mass, and spin, and having color, charge, speed exists solely inside of other kinds of particles and cannot exist alone, which is why quarks have never been studied on their own. Up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and bosons, unless something's amiss, they make up everything that we can see and that we know exists. Quarks can join together in 2 different ways, baryons and mesons, but most instantly decay. If a particle has 3 quarks, then it's a baryon, and if there's 1 quark and an anti-quark, then it is a meson. These tiny bits of matter are part of almost everything, and there is no unified theory to make it less confusing. But the fact that we've identified that they exist at all is so goddamn remarkable that I just sit in awe. Oh, up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and bosons, unless something's amiss, they make up everything that we can see and that we know exists.
In 1950 at Los Alamos, a scientist was talking with his friends, and the conversation had them all fully engrossed about this universe that almost has no end. And as they were all about to return to their study, Enrico suddenly shouted, "Where is everybody?" And he sat down and did a few simple calculations that indicated we should have been visited thousands of times at least, based on his estimations. And that's the Fermi paradox. If they're out there, why don't we hear about the galaxy? Just keeps on spinning with 400 billion stars in it. And I just can't believe that we could be unique when there's so much space in this galaxy. Oh, I want Pandora's box to be open, but instead we're stuck in Fermi's paradox. Well, there are dozens of ways this paradox may be resolved, and you probably can think of some yourself. Maybe advanced technology rarely evolves, or maybe God sent them all to hell. Or maybe that technology leads to its own destruction. Or maybe species lose interest in reproduction. Or maybe they're just afraid of what we'll do when we find out, so they're hiding until we grow a bit and don't have the same tendency to frequently freak out. Oh, that's the Fermi paradox. If they're out there, why don't they talk? The galaxy just keeps on spinning with 400 billion stars in it, and I just can't believe that we could be unique when there's so much space in this galaxy. Oh, I want Pandora's box to be open, but instead we're stuck in Fermi's paradox. Well, the question of whether there is more life out there, as far as I'm concerned, is moot. But it appears that the aliens do not use Foursquare, and no, I'm not trying to be cute, because the way that we listen is defined by our ears, and the time that we've been listening, just a couple dozen years. We'll be lucky when we see them if we notice them at all. Our cosmic phone could be ringing off the hook right now, and we're just not answering the call. Oh, that's the Fermi paradox. They're out there, why don't they talk? The galaxy just keeps on spinning with 400 billion stars in it. And I just can't believe that we could be unique when there's so much space in this galaxy. Oh, I want Pandora's box to be open, but instead we're stuck in Fermi's paradox. Oh yeah, we're stuck in Fermi's paradox. Oh no, we're stuck in Fermi's paradox. Oh yeah, we're stuck in Fermi's paradox.
Yes, it's true that I once went through life as a guy who always had to rhyme life with a strife. Yes, I've been burning, I've been spurning through it all. Yes, I have learned that love is not about whether you get stabbed out slow, the knife gets turned. But my friends, I found an animal who doesn't feel this pain, and my life is so much better now that I can feel the same. Because you can't hate the night if you lived your whole life without light, and you can't hate the dish if you've only ever eaten fish, and you can't feel alone if it's all you've ever known. Yeah, the deep-sea anglerfish have no reason to be happy, but it has no freaking idea what else to be. The deep-sea dwelling anglerfish never has to find a mate. They are always there together when it's time to procreate. See one dark night a young that bites the female on her side, and then slowly he becomes a sperm-producing parasite. And if we could say he lives at all, he lives until she dies, and until that day he literally never leaves her side. Yeah, you can't hate the night if you lived your whole life without light, and you can't hate the fish if you've only ever eaten simply do not feel what is always there. I ask my brain to entertain that pain is the same, that if I feel it all the time, can you really call it pain? I don't have any friends and I don't have any hair, but neither does the anglerfish and she doesn't care. Because you can't hate the night if you lived your whole life without light, and you can't hate the fish if you've only ever eaten fish, and you can't feel alone if it's all you've ever known. The deep sea anglerfish has no reason to